Hi, Breezinators. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is just going through some possible movies that we may watch. I might just go do a reaction on a movie that I've already seen and go from there. Um, yeah, because YouTube is being funny and I don't like it. So, let's go ahead and see. What did I watch? Now. Oh, yeah. So.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Sorry, commercial. Whoopsie daisy. And I can't skip it either. I don't know how to edit my videos, so not through this machine. So we'll see.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
So we are going to.
I love you.
Oh, we are going to be dissecting a movie called Together, as made in 2025, I believe. Yes. So it's a horror film starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco. Years into their relationship, Tim and Millie, Dave Franco and Alison Brie, find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, abandoning all that is familiar in their lives except each other. With tensions already flaring, a nightmarish encounter and a mysterious unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. It is, yeah. Together, directed by Michael Shanks, opens in theaters. It was July 30th of 2025. So if you didn't see it in theaters, that's when it came out. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? Now, we have our dude here, our main person here, our guy, right? There he is, Dave Franco, standing at the doorway, being himself, being a goofy goober, yeah. And then we have, hang on guys, Dave Franco and Alison Brie together. We have them as the cutest couple in the galaxy because they're actually together in real life. If you didn't know that. Yeah, so cute. Adorbs, right? Anyway, so the movie looks all peaceful. Everybody looks all happy. They're going on a trip. Actually, no, they moved to a new location. Sorry. So they moved. And Alison Brie, which is Millie, she is a teacher. Hang on. Let me see here. Yes. So she's a teacher. And she's talking to, don't mind my freaking head, okay? And she's talking to her new colleague right there. I'm not going to show his face. Yeah, anyway, she's talking to her new colleague, talking about school, talking about being a little bit nervous about her first day, and just wanting to know more about the neighborhood itself, right? She wanted to know more about where they moved to, and is there anything that she needs to know about, etc., etc. And this was after there was an accident. Hang on one second.
I don't know. Since the move, Tim and I haven't been on.
I have to go to. Hold on. I gotta go look at the scene. So since I can't pull it up that way. Hang on a minute. It's not gonna show me. Okay. Well, I can't find the scene where they were in the cave. Well, they went to a cave. Okay, so before she meets her colleague, they are walking and hiking from their house, and they stumble across a cave. And in this cave, there is like tons of like glass and all that stuff. So Dave Franco decided to drink the water from the cave. Okay, so that's when all the trouble begins because he drank the water from the cave. Okay, so what happens is some freaky crud begins. They, hang on, let me see if I can find. Oh, where'd it go? We also have, when they're in the cave, they actually get injured. Okay, so whenever they get injured, they like get stuck together after they go to sleep in the cave because they didn't know how to get out, and they got stuck together by their thighs. So let me put an image of that up there, which I'm most certain I can do. Let's see. I'm just learning all this stuff, just so y'all know. No, let's see if we can zoom in. Open a new window. Okay. There we go. I'm on to something now. What? No. What the deuce? Okay. So we're gonna have to zoom in on this little tiny flippin' speck of speckageness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I'm looking at the cave scene. Judge me how you want to. Okay. So we have here a cave scene where Dave Franco and Alison get stuck together by their legs. After drinking the water, after he drinks the water, freaky crap starts happening, and they were more together than ever before. Okay, so now we have okay, what in the deuce? So after this, as you can tell, we're going to put this in our back scene of whenever everybody goes berserk. So I'm just going to tell you guys about it. You can watch this little clip here. Okay, so basically, whenever Alison goes to meet with the colleague, he talks about his marriage, okay? And he's, oh, how much he's in love and all that with his lover, okay? But the lover is not anywhere to be presented. He's nowhere to be found. So Alison goes home, talks to her man, freaky stuff starts happening, and they look like the happiest couple ever, right? They look so happy, and it looks like nothing possibly could be wrong, but absolutely everything is wrong in this movie. So we see that they're with their friends, everybody's so happy. That's actually the beginning of the movie before they move. So they're like having like a celebratory party for them to move, and it was going to be really difficult for them because of where they were moving to, and so Dave Franco was in a band and gave up how convenient it was to go to be with his bandmates, to go be with his wife to help her with her dream of being a teacher. So he sacrificed convenience for her comfort and love. Okay, that's the beginning. Um, After the water that he drank, he got really sick. Like, in the shower, he got stuck to the shower. His face got stuck to it. And when she was driving away, it's like his body was being pulled to the direction of the car. So where she was driving away, he was getting stuck to the wall and it was pulling him back and forth. And his face smacked into it and he couldn't move. And he just started shaking and stuff until she came home because she forgot something. And then he dropped from the shower and she's like, "Oh my God, babe. Oh my God, what's wrong?" Okay. So, as you can say, there's her Mr. Colley guy who she works with. And she gets introduced to all the teachers and such. Okay. He's still playing his music, whatever. Um, and we notice that it's a slow burn of how really messed up this movie is. So we're about to see here. This is when they're traveling to the cave. Okay, this is when they're traveling before he drinks the water, and it's raining and they're cold and they're not sure which way to go, so they get lost, and so they fall into this stupid hole, and he's like, help me, and then they both get injured, right? And I don't know why she's trying to use her phone, y'all. That made no dang sense. There is no service. You cannot use your phone. Anyway, so he's a ginormous idiot, thinking he's Mr. Boozy Bad Bud. He tried to light a fire, and see, she's drinking the water too. So they're both idiots, drinking this water that they have no idea where it came from. It blows my mind. Because I'm like, why are you drinking this water and you don't know where it came from? They're like, well, we were thirsty. We were so thirsty. We were dehydrated. When really, oh man, they should have just waited. They go to sleep. But he has these nightmares. Oh yeah, I forgot. So he has these nightmares, really bad night terrors. And they never stop. So he has a hard time sleeping because he's always seeing dead people. And now, here he goes. See, he saw his wife dying. And he just freaked out and panicked. But they're stuck together. You see that? With their legs stuck together. And now they rip themselves apart to get out. Spooky, right? It's scary. It's weird and unusual. So it's like he's more attracted to her too. Like his his like carnival. His carnal side has kicked in, where he's desiring her. It's like the pheromones. And this is where he's getting dragged around the shower over and over again. He's getting dragged around because she's driving away. And so they're literally stuck together. So poor dude, poor guy. He literally thinks he's going crazy. He doesn't know what's wrong with him. So they're at a doctor's visit, talking to a doctor about what happened to him. And they're trying to say, oh, maybe it was like a seizure. Maybe that happened. So then he starts to study the missing couples that were, that lived in this house. And where did they go? And it leads to the same place they went to, the cave. And this guy, this Mr. Sneaky guy, this sneaky freaking teacher man, is the most conniving character of the entire movie. He looks sweet. Again, like I said, he looks so sweet and that he cares and that he loves everyone. No, he's evil. He's an evil man. Anyway, sorry, my bad. But anyway, spooky. So he wakes up with hair in his mouth. Disgusting, right? Pure disgusting and terrible. Absolutely disgusting. Like, what would you do if you woke up with you're eating someone else's hair? What would you do? You would, I don't know. I would literally, I would run. I would run because what else am I going to do? You know, like be mad at the person for putting their hair in my mouth. No, I would run away as fast as I can. Anyway, so he's on his way to his band meet, right? And he feels something wrong, like he's really sick. Like he's going, like he has to be with her. He has to be with her. And then they get it on in the bathroom stall, which is disgusting. Because they're kids, they're students. So as you see here, let's get it on. Oh, baby. And there's a little kid, y'all. A little tiny kid. Literally. Oh, and they get stuck together. They get stuck together during the interaction. So, yeah. She got caught by the creepy man. The creepy teacher guy. And then she's mad at him, but she rips him out of her. Like, y'all, this movie, if you haven't seen it yet, it's disturbing. It's way worse than The Substance. It is literally the grotesquest film ever. Like, it's straight up disgusting. Let me pause this. Oops, let me pause this. So, something that really piqued my interest about this movie that I'm going to say. It is so creative to make a romance movie like this. And you're probably wondering why I call it romance. Well, it definitely is. It is about facing your challenges together, loving one another no matter what. And even though you are you are literally stuck together, you have to choose love or yourself. You have to choose true love, right? Or yourself. And something that I love about this movie is they choose true love because they know there's no one else for them and that they can never live life without each other. And to me, that is just such a beautiful thing. And let me see if it's gonna pull it up. It's really messed up what happens where the bad guy, the bad colleague, he sets them up big time for them just to be. Let's keep watching this, and I'll keep telling you guys. Oh yeah, by the way, Mr. Kellogg, I'm gonna call him that, Mr. Kellogg, Kellogg's cereal box. He's a colleague. That's how I'm call him. Uh-oh, we got a commercial. Wait a minute. Okay, sorry. All right. So I thought Mr. Kellogg was into her. Come to find out, Mr. Kellogg is gay. Okay, his husband's gone. He's dead, and it's because he killed him in a ceremony, in a satanic ritual. And you don't even find all this out until mid-movie. So, like, they keep sliding together. They can't stop sliding together and becoming one. And they're screaming in terror because they can't stop being one. Oh, it's quite frightening.
Relaxing pill.
It's quite terrifying that there's nothing they can do. So he started taking all the pills trying to relax, like muscle relaxers, so their body would easily separate, right? But there was more and more things that he had to do in order to separate. So, yeah, they had to cut off their limbs. Yes, in order to separate, limbs had to come off. So then they go to try to figure out what's really going on. He goes back in the cave in order to see if there's any answers. And she goes to Mr. Kellogg's house. And this is where the ritual happens. Watch. I'm gonna be quiet just so y'all can see. Okay, it's kind of weird that I'm quiet. But look, there's Mr. Kellogg. He came out of nowhere and he's like, yeah, that's the love of my life. What he did is beautiful. And now you guys are going to do it too. You guys are also going to do the ritual or become one forever. Basically, he's so evil. That's what he says. Forever, become one. And then he fights her, but she manages to get away from Mr. Kellogg. And she's running to him because she loves him. But she's like, no, stay as far away from me as you can. You must stay away from me. We can't be together. And so then they're getting together. They're becoming one. They can't stop. But then he asked her to marry him. Oh, yeah. So then they make the choice to become one. They make the choice to fuse together because they are in love with each other so much that they could live together forever as one versus being separated. And then we see them together. That's them. That's their hybrid. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank y'all. So, anyway, after this review, I know there's a whole bunch of jibber jabber, right? But I definitely suggest watching this movie. It's creepy, crazy, thriller. It's romantic. It shows that true love does win, even in horror films, if you believe it or not. Yeah, I truly think this changed my mind and concept about what you have to do in a marriage. You don't kill each other as sacrifice, right? That's evil. But you can sacrifice if needed. Like this situation, it was either kill her or kill him, or they fuse together and forever be one. You know, like it's mythology type stuff where everything is one and that in the end we all become one anyway. So it's like really deep stuff there. And I do kind of think that they're onto something that like in the end type thing you fuse together with your loved one, you know? It's like if you look it up in history, um, they say you're equal to the person that you're in love with. It doesn't say that you're unequal. It says you are equal. Even in Christianity or whatever, it says you're not supposed to be with people that you're unequally yoked with because you can't become one with that person. And then in consciousness, we're all one consciousness. So then you would fuse with the person that is your partner in consciousness. So for me, I think this is such a powerful film that a lot of us need to analyze because in the end of all this, in all end, like I'm saying afterlife, I think you have a choice. If you found true love in the earth, I think that you get to have a choice to fuse with them. You know, that you get to be forever with your loved one versus being individual. You know, like you probably have that choice also. It was just to reincarnate here and try to find someone else. I don't know. I think it's really, really important. I watched this with my loved one. Me and him did. And he's like, watch this. We have to watch this movie. It's really important. And we watch it. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll watch it. And I started thinking about, yeah, maybe there's a lot of undertones in this movie about how important it is for you to actually find true love. Oh, there's another movie that I watched. Dang it. I forgot the name of it. But it's kind of like this where dang it. I have to find it. It's about a girl who oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, it was so good. Shoot. I already drew a blank. I'll have to see if I can find it, but definitely think it's kind of like this, where it's about true love, right? So I like a lot of horror films or thriller films about true love and how hard it is to sustain true love and how hard it is to find it. But when you find it, you never let it go because there's never going to be another person like that for you ever in a million years. So even whenever you have your ups and downs, oh, I have an example, like Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. Early years of Ozzy, he was an alcoholic and a drug addict, and he was abusive. They had a bunch of DMV issues, but once he got clean and sober, he ended up being a better husband and a better dad. And so for me, I do believe that people can change, even if they've been a bad person. I do think we should show grace and we should show mercy and compassion to those people. And don't get me started because Jesus showed compassion for Saul, who murdered all those Christians, the children, the moms and dads, and he murdered all of them. Okay? And Jesus pardoned them and forgave him of his sins, and changed his name to Paul. Just saying to all those Christians out there that are hypocrites. Just saying. Annie Houdini. I could talk about this movie like all day long. Like the whole fusing. It really is important. And I think it's just a weird choice, you know? It's kind of like, if you haven't seen Substance, go watch that. I don't want to spoil it for you. But then you're going to see like the undertones of like, oh my gosh, what if we have a other side of us, like chimeras, and that chimeras come out at certain times. Like for me, I do think I have a chimera. I'm not even kidding. So you can see that I change, like, look, skinny, right? And then sometimes I look fat. I'm so serious. And I have like real proof of this, that, but they say it's like another soul is like a chimera. It's like, sometimes they claim that it was a twin that got lost whenever you were, in the womb. But sometimes it's considered a lost soul that is inside of you, or many souls really, that just come out at certain times, because everything lives as one, and we are able to telepathically speak to one another. That's what they say in studies, right? I'm just saying, hypotheticals, not meaning it's true. I'm just saying hypothetically, maybe it might be true. But depending on what you believe in, right? I don't want to offend any of my viewers that are Christians. I don't want to offend any of my viewers who are Hindu or Buddhism or atheist, for my curious brain and what I believe in, I'm just a believer in everything. Like, anything is possible. And I don't care who thinks that I'm wrong about it. There's too much studying behind it. Even in the recent release of certain files, they have proven that telepathy is existing. They have proven that you are able to heighten your consciousness and be able to basically put your consciousness in somewhere else, whether it's a device or a person. You can literally go and then share consciousness with someone. And I think that's what this movie meant. Like, not fused together, like maybe physically, but kind of like Get Out, like mentally fused. But in Get Out, it was more like a takeover. But in this, I feel like it's like you're one with your person, and that you and that person share kind of like the same timeline. Like, oh, this is my life and this is your life, and it's like mirroring each other, until you come and be one with them again, maybe in the physical sense. And in the physical sense, you're individuals, right? And when you're like close, like, what's that movie called? Hancock. Like, on Hancock, he couldn't be with his lover because anytime they get together, it was pure chaos. Just bad stuff that happened on the time in Hancock with Will Smith and whatever that actress's name is. But that is such a good movie, and it's a good example as well about true love. And sometimes true love is hard to have, because there's like certain like rules, I feel like, in the world, not in any other realm about true love, but like in Earth itself, that true love is super duper sacred, and like only like 1% has that ability to have true love. But then again, what is true love? What is that? I mean, really, what is the meaning behind it? I used to believe that I knew what true love was, but I can say I don't anymore. I don't. But if you do, write in the comments. Tell me what you think true love is, and have you ever found it before? Are you one of the lucky percentage that got to engage in love. And did you ever find your person? And have you guys ever fought? Like, fighting. And did you guys ever get back together? Or did you guys part ways because you found it easier to be alone than with that person? Because that person drives you nuts. I think for me, I found true love. I know I said I don't know what it is anymore, but to me, I think I found it. And it's weird to explain it to the world who only has one person watching it and they stream it for the whole world to see or whatever. But yeah, I think I found my person, and I don't think I'll ever see him again. And that's okay, because at least I know that he understood me. And it's a lucky thing when you get someone that understands you, literally understands you, and also has his own battle to fight that I didn't understand. I didn't understand it because I was like, stop lying to me right now. But in the world, you lie. You lie to the loved ones you have. You lie to everyone. You lie. And if you say in the comments you're not a liar, oh my gosh. If you say you're going to call somebody back, you're lying if you didn't call them back. If you say, I'm doing fine, and you're really not, you're a liar. You're a freaking liar. And I wish people would stop denying lying, okay? It's okay to be a liar, okay? Let me tell you. It's okay to lie. It is. Because every text tells you you're a fucking liar, man. It says you lie, no matter what. We are in a fallen world with fallen people, and all we do is keep falling. Who actually sins? Those that die? Those that die out the freaking 99th floor? They sinned, but we descend every day. We become more fallen. Anybody ever ask that question? Why? Why do we become more fallen every day? No one will ever be perfect enough to live and ascend. I hate to tell you that. It sucks. But I personally have experience knowing there's no way up. We were all meant to fall. There's no way home. And I'm sorry to break your hearts, but it's true. You know, I thought that Jesus was going to come save me from the world. And I have a story that happened to me that I learned, no, he's not. You know, that was something hard that I had to accept. And a lot of Christians are in denial. We can't be saved because he already saved us. He's not going to do it again. He told me the only way out is through. It means through the world, through life. There's no way, hit that button and then you get to go home. No, there isn't. You know, so many people who kill themselves and thinking that they're really like doing some heroic action. And they think that they're going to get to go home by doing it. No. They don't. They go through judgment. They go through the 3 portals. There's just so much that we're all lied to about. And so many of you believe it. So many of you think if you repent, you're going to be sent to heaven. When no, you won't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but from my own life experiences, you don't get to have a pass to heaven by being a bad person. You don't. If you don't change who you are, you won't ever get to choose where you go. If you don't change who you are, you will stay right where you're at and come back here again and get stuck. Trust me, I know. And nobody will tell you this. Not unless you're part of their clique, that is. But if you're like me, and I'm a lone wolf, I need no clique. I need no followers. And I need no one to tell me what to do. Because I know the truth. I have a near-death experience to tell you about. It was recent, actually. It was the craziest thing I ever experienced. And somebody is wearing my suit. These people, these celebrities that we think are so wonderful are evil. They're evil people. They wear your suit. And I don't care. They paid someone to wear the suit. I believe every dog has its day. And there's not enough witchcraft or magic to stop what's coming for them. What they did to me, I will never forget. And I hope y'all hear this. You came for the wrong one. You see, 4 times, don't you think that was a little excessive? Don't you think that you did a little too much? See, here's the difference. I was left here behind on purpose. So you see, you may think I'm a no one. Poor girl who got left behind. Poor Brienne, left behind in a world that cast her aside. But no, I know the other gods. Anubis told me it's Anubis's book. I wonder why that is. Maybe you guys should wake up. I was never asleep. I was just a slow burner, waiting for the right audience, waiting for those who desired the truth. Are you out there or in denial? This is no longer a game. You see, y'all thought that you could just pass through this world and then get whatever you wanted at the end. No. Y'all were lied to. Even the occult masters know. You see, the reason that people choose to do whatever they want in this world is because we can't. Because we're fallen. All of us, including me. And the crazy thing is, I was born fallen. I wasn't like everyone else. I didn't have a fair chance to go home. I never had wings. Not once. You see, many of you were so lucky to have wings. And you gave them away. I never had them to give away. You know what I had as a little girl? Something that you would never understand. I didn't have wings. I had something else. More like a tail. And by the way, I kind of do a lot of things with symbolisms. So if you're freaking like, if you don't get symbolisms, you're not going to get what I'm telling you. And that's okay. But for those that understand symbolism, and you understand exactly what I'm telling you. You see, my family tried to shut me up about the truth. But I can tell you, no matter what they do to me, I'll never shut up. Because the truth is there. Whether you want it or not. I had a near-death experience that changed my entire life. I saw things that you wouldn't believe. And could do things you wouldn't believe either. So I can tell you that I did not see Jesus when I died. No, I did not see him. I saw a ginormous yellow face. Ginormous. Bigger than a house. Golden, yellow face. And everyone screaming, "He's here! Make him go away! Help!" And then the souls, they came up out of the earth. And they wanted revenge. So they were going over to the neighbors' houses where they came from. And everyone at first was like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're home. Thank you so much for being here." They were all excited, right? And then they started screaming in terror. "He's here! Make him go away!" And you know what's funny? People fear the truth, and they fear death, and they fear judgment. And I had people videoing me, and they were saying, "That's her. Oh my God, it's her. That's her. Oh my God." You know how many people have labeled me as she, her, the one, the powerful one? And all I can do is laugh. Because I am the powerful one. I am she. I'm the greatest. I'm the GOAT even. And like I said, I have a very powerful queen bee that's over me, who actually decided that she would put an aura of protection over me from the bad celebrity one. Now I can't be touched, never again. Because she realized when I called her before all this stuff happened, she's like, "Where did you come from? How are you doing this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was just asking, "Could you help me? Can you please help me? Because there's people doing really evil things to me." She said, "I got you, my little sweetheart." She's like, "You were so sweet, and I got you." And this woman, I'm not going to reveal her information, but she's a mama jamma of a lot of things. And that's why now I've been completely free since that experience. I've had no kind of nothing, because nothing works now. There's a rule in every realm that when you cause unnatural deaths, the person is revived. It's a rule. And that's why you have near-death experiences, because typically people are unalived unnaturally. And when it's not their time, they're reborn. And let me tell you, I was reborn. And I can show you. So, on this side is where my rib is now inward. I know it sounds crazy, but my rib it was never like that before. It was until after the near-death experience that it became like that. And also, I ended up with vertigo, and I was unable to walk. It was really weird. I had a lot happen. But a lot of people are like, "Wow, she's lost a lot of weight." And it's confusing how to explain it, because everybody's near-death experience is different, right? But mine was, I was at my own home. When I had mine, I was just at home. I'm not kidding. It was weird. Like, I couldn't see people in the front yard. Like, they all disappeared. But I could see people in my backyard. And they were there. Weirdest near-death experience. So that was actually after the second one. No. That was after the first near-death experience. Then they did it again. Same ritual. And then oh my gosh, yeah. So the first one was the most messed up thing in the whole galaxy. And no one would believe it, except near-death experience experts. I just want to say publicly, anything that you've ever been told about me is a full-on lie. And if you want to know me, ask me. I want to share that story with y'all because it's going to change your entire life. It will change how you see gods and goddesses. It will change how you see the afterlife. Have you ever seen the grave women? They sit in front of a grave waiting for you. You've ever seen them before? I did. For 4 days. They couldn't look at me at first. They said, "We can't look at you." And I asked them to help me. And they couldn't look. But they were able to look when I told my story about being the woman of sacrifice over and over and over again. And those two women looked at me and they said, "We are so proud of you. We are so proud of you." But they wouldn't look at first. So let me tell you something about how messed up this world is. I will never be sacrificed ever again. This is what I was told by every celestial. There will be no more magic done on me. There will be no more pain or suffering. There will be no more accusing me of anything I never did. Sorry, I got emotional, guys. It was bad. Because I was on the other side. And I didn't even realize I was. But I kept hearing people saying I was. And they're like, "She can't figure out how to get home. She's on the other side. And she doesn't know how to get home." These are people I love. That were used to doing, they know how to do it. And I don't. I'm not evil. And I don't know how to do what everyone else can do. Because I know it's not just them who can do it. I know it's a lot of people that know how to do that stuff. And I was so scared and alone. And I just wanted to come home. And then they realized somehow I got myself home on my own. But it wasn't on my own. It was me with me. But then whenever I got home, everyone turned against me. It's like they didn't want me to go home. They were mad I got home on my own. Because I wasn't on my own. It was the person I love, my true love, who told me what to say, who told me what to do. And he saved my life. He did. I remember hearing his voice. He said, "Why is your heart like that? Why is your heart doing that?" And you know what's funny? So 4 days later, I went to a hospital for 3 weeks, got out. 4 days later, went back to a hospital because of my heart. It was giving out. So my heart was giving up, my lungs, my liver, and no, my heart, my kidneys, and my liver, and then my blood, and then my head was unable to be stabilized, and then I couldn't walk. And this is 4 days after going to the first hospital. And then in the first hospital, I had found out that I had a miscarriage with a baby girl from me and my beloved one. And the nurses were telling me about it. It was the hardest thing to hear. And then get thrown in a hospital afterwards. Yeah, so it was really brutal. But after that, then 4 days of not being in the hospital, I kept falling over and over again. And I had to give up. And I started throwing up. I couldn't stop. So I had to give up and be like, hey, I gotta go to the doctor. There's something severely wrong with me. And then I had a UTI on top of it. So like my kidneys, liver, all that was like trying to shut down. And then my blood was like the number one thing, is that my blood was, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me because I had 6 doctors. And they're like, what in the heck is wrong with her? No idea. And I said, I want to go home. I don't want to do this no more. So I've been at home for like 2 weeks now. And I'll tell you something. I feel completely fulfilled knowing that they can't attack me anymore. They can block my stuff, sure, but they can't do what they were doing before. None of them can. And I'm very happy about that. Because like I said, in the near-death experience, I learned about who I really was. And no one can take that away from me. No one. And no amount of money can repair taking the suit. Because there's karma for that. It doesn't matter who you have backing you up. You can't run from the karmic gods. You can't run from them. They know where you live. They're very much celestial beings. Like, they're over gods. And if you didn't know that, you better figure it out. Because they're celestials who are up higher than gods. They are like the giant gods. They're celestials. So if you've ever watched, what is it? It's not Avengers. It's a, what is that? Hang on. But it's so good. There's Angelina Jolie. They were supposed to make a second one, and they didn't. Oh, the Eternals. Oh, so good. But the way they put it is really how they are. Seriously, the Eternals, such a good movie, and it also expresses like a different version of what we believe as gods and goddesses. Well, they talk about the Celestials and how like they're in the planet, or they're around the planet, or they're in the universe and can create new universes because they're celestial beings. And I'm telling you right now, that's why when you say you pray to the universe, you're not praying to the universe. You're praying to a celestial. That's why I sometimes think that like we're all assigned a celestial being. And that's why when we pray, like, oh, thank you, universe. The universe has a name. The universe has a name. And I think that we're praying to different universes. And so depending on how you do it is the result you get. So like something with me, I can't be happy about praying to the universe. No. Or happy to be praying in general. It's stupid. It's dumb. So like, and all I can say is, y'all need to start opening up your books and study, because time is now. You don't want to get left whenever the merge happens, which I already learned it's pretty soon. I learned it. There's 2 sides. 2. That's it. There's no other sides. And you can find true love though. So when the merger comes, you won't be alone. And I think everybody needs to start doing that. For real. Because money isn't going to buy you happiness. Money is the reason you're fucked. And that's on you. I warned y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen. See, I've been there. I've been there. And learned that you can have all the money in the world, and it still won't save you. And also, causing unnatural deaths won't save you either. It just actually causes more harm and death. And you know what's funny? After they did what they did to me, everything bad started happening to these people. Yeah. Like, you don't play with people's minds at all. Don't do that. Because there's literal consequences to your actions. Just saying. And if you don't believe me, maybe pray about it. You know, like, pray. Like, we all know, come on, let's be real here. There's 2 prayers. You pray on your victim, or you pray against your victim. Just saying. It's like, so many things are backwards. People are so much worried more about witches than they are about those that are witches, including they're not. Those people you should be scared of. Because they're hiding things that nobody needs to know about. And it's like with me, you guys were all lied to about who I am. And that old story's dead. Me and true love. I don't think I'll ever have that story again. And it's kind of like okay though, because I had to master my own craft. And then save myself and protect myself from those who want to hurt me. Which is a lot of people. And I come on here to try to motivate you. And then also recognize that I can't lie to y'all. It's not gumdrops and rainbows on the other side. It's lonely. It's lonely. And it's time now to try and make the best of our human lives. Anyway, I think I've done enough yapping for the whole thing. So, I leave you with love. See you next time. Breathe in, breathe out.